Hello, Matt, Eternal Magician, Joy, Apparition, James, and Beatrice. Oh, it feels like so long since I've played Umineko. I've just had it on the brain. Hello, PDI. Oh my god. Oh god, you have no idea how much I've been thinking about this. Last time it was another flashback episode to, well, it's so weird calling it a flashback. Like, it's Angie in 1998 before she came back in time to 1996. I mean, to 1986. So I just. She basically. Hello, Guppy Force. Welcome to the stream. She's basically found all these old information of hers from. That was passed down by Maria, her old spell books and such. And she actually reignited her magic powers and was able to actually had one of the 7 stakes with her in physical form and was actually able to summon most of the sisters. So Angie is slowly getting her. This, I'm guessing this is how she got strong enough to do what she did at the end of episode 3. Like, she's slowly getting her magic back. And also, we learned that the message bottle from episode 1, there was also one for episode 2. And they were both found by the people in the modern day. So that leads me to believe that, and it was confirmed that they were written not by Maria, but by Beatrice. So that leads me to believe that Beatrice is probably trying to spread her own legend around to gain power. Because wasn't the whole thing supposed to be based around the witch has more power, the more people believe in magic? Yeah, it was found by fishermen. Yeah. So, that's my theory anyway. And so each time the game goes through this cycle, that's okay, OA. Seriously, that's totally okay. Welcome to the stream. So, what do you say we get back into it? I want to know what's going to go on here. If we're going to get back to Angie in the past or in the future, or in the future past, or in the past future. God damn it. Okay, here we go. Yep. We're now on overwriting page 2. We're going to overwrite every single episode 1 save, aren't we? Aren't we? That's just what's going to happen. Holy shit, that was August 13th, way back then, eh? I cannot believe that. I ended episode 1 on August. And now it's almost December. Jesus Christ. Alright. Let's get back into it. Imagine a vast space. The scene from when I looked down at the mountain space from a rest stop at the peak. Oh, wow, that's a new scene. Like this? I projected that scene from a memory into my mental world. Normal girls get over their fascination with magical girls when they leave elementary school. Except if they're Fujoshi like me. So seriously, training to use magic at this age was embarrassing even for me. But even that embarrassed feeling felt pleasant to me now. Right then, I was learning mental concentration from Maria One-chan in order to use magic. But it wasn't going very well. It was about as hopeless as teaching a person to wiggle their ears by showing them. It seemed you need to imagine a vast space to gain the mental concentration for using magic. So I remembered the time from my younger days when my family had gone on a small vacation, when I had looked down towards the base from a viewing platform at the rest stop at a peak. Hello, Ji-chan! And I tried painting this scene in my mental world.
No, still far too small. Imagine a much, much wider space. And to create your own mental world. Your image is still way too foggy.
Hello, Nextler! I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the streams.
There's no temperature in the air, and there's no wind. No smells either. The world is still very faint.
Absolutely, Nextler.
You can leave those for later. So for now, imagine an even wider space.
Oh!
Audio. Why do you have to imagine a vast space?
Hey, James, that's pretty funny.
From the time of their birth, humans have inside of them a toxin that blocks magic. If that toxin isn't purified, you can't use magic well. One effective method of achieving this is to imagine a vast space.
Just now, I thought of the world as seen from the window of an airplane, but that didn't work. I can't even think of a world more vast than that.
In that case, Mario just has to teach Angie about the vast world Mario has. Wouldn't that make it easy for Angie to imagine as well? Would you?
That's right. And I'm interested in the kind of world One-chan imagines when she uses magic. I'll use it for reference.
Ooh, that won't work.
You guys are way too nice to me, I swear. Jeez. Ju-chan. Oh.
The mental world must be vast and isolated. A world with no obstructions other than yourself. So, if you teach someone about that world, it won't be isolated anymore.
I see. I see. I wonder if we're ever going to get to see other characters' mental world. Interesting. That's really cool.
That's why you mustn't reveal your mental world to anyone. And if you draw up a good mental world, you two must keep it a secret only for yourself. Uryu. So stingy, Mario.
Thanks, Sakutaro. I guess there's no shortcuts in training, or in magic. Ironically. I'll make an effort.
ヒントは十分もらえてるわ。
It's okay. I've been given plenty of hints.
ウリュウ、
Uryu.
エンジ、頑張れ。
Oh, he's so cute.
Do your best, Angie.
Until recently, I thought there was no way something like magic could save me. After all, magic doesn't exist in this world. Oh, that is sweet of you, Nextler. Which ones do you like? That kind of thing, supposedly nothing more than an illusion, a delusion, a daydream. However, Maria One-chan showed me that she could fill her own world with happiness, using a power that's impossible for me. I used to look down on that happiness as something empty. Because I didn't believe in magic, I also denied everything else, refusing to believe in the happiness that magic gave birth to. But slowly, bit by bit, Maria One-chan's world grew happier. In the past, I disparaged it, thinking it too pitiful to look at. But that might have been nothing more than jealousy. I was forced to admit that. And now, this was my first step in my search for happiness. A vast space. A dry wind that could blow without being blocked by anything. Let me feel that wind blowing through my own hair. I see. Even the ground might get in my way as I am now. Then I don't need a ground. Burst the ground away, downwards, downwards. In other words, it was as though I had floated up, leaving the ground far behind. After pushing the ground further and further downwards, the ground grew foggy and faint, and for the first time, it began to feel like the sky. Then I understood its vastness. In that instant, I felt the vivid wind go right through even my body. In other words, blowing through me without any resistance.
そう、
Yes.
その感覚を維持して。
Maintain that sensation.
わかる。
Yeah, I get it.
すべての妨げから解放されてるのがわかる。
I get that I've been released from all hindrances.
やったエンジェ、やったエンジ
You did it, Angie. You did it.
ェ。魔女の世界への最初の第一歩を踏み出した。
You taking your first step into the world of witches.
これが魔女の世界。
This is the world of witches? Absolutely, Oe. Yeah. Oh, Nextler, you're blind as well to this game? Oh, oh, wow, Nextler. Oh, well, awesome. We can experience it together for the first time then.
Yeah.
じゃあエンジェがずっと望んできた魔法を練習してみよう。
So, let's try practicing the magic you've always wished for, Angie.
お友達を呼び出す魔法。
Magic that'll summon friends.
エンジェを寂しさから救い出してくれる味方を作り、それによって幸せになる魔法を。
A magic that'll create allies will save you from loneliness, and thereby bring you happiness.
エンジェにも僕みたいなお友達が呼び出せるの？
Will Angie also be able to summon friends like me?
うりゅうりゅう。
Woody.
今のエンジェにはゼロの海からサクタロほどの友達を呼び出すにはまだまだ早いね。
As she is now, it's still far too early for Angie to summon friends like Sakutaro and the Sea of Zero.
And besides, Maria, isn't that your specialty?
最初は呼び出しやすい友達から練習しよう。
To begin, let's start by practicing with friends that are easy to summon.
Oh! She got a new outfit! Oh, that's cool. Oh, what will we start with?
エンジェはマリアージュ・ソルシエールの魔女だから。
Because you're a witch of Maria's Saucier,
同盟の魔女が刺激する存在はエンジェもまた刺激することが許されてる。
you're also permitted to use those employed by other witches in the Alliance.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did have it earlier. I just got confused because she switched. Yeah, that's true.
例えばサクタロは私の友達だけど、同じ同盟のエンジェにとっても友達で、そして召喚することができる。
For example, Sakutaro is my friend, but since you're in the same alliance,
今度試しにサクタロを呼び出してみて。
he's your friend too, and you can summon him. It's a perk of our guild.
寂しくて辛い時、サクタロがきっと元気づけてくれるよ。
You want to try summoning Sakutaro one of these days? When you're so lonely it gets tough, I'm sure Sakutaro will cheer you up.
I see. You could call Sakutaro a being employed by One-chan. So, as a witch in the same alliance as her, it's possible for me to summon Sakutaro too. I met Sakutaro's gaze. How pleasant it would be to have him just be there by my pillow, so he could talk to me a bit on lonely nights. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at that! Look at that face of hers! Oh! Angie is usually so grumpy. Angie is usually so grumpy. It's kind of nice to see her with a happy expression. If I call out, will you appear and talk to me? Uryu. Oh yes, I really hope she summons him in the main story. Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, you guys. It's not Thanksgiving here where I'm in Australia, but in America, yeah, definitely. I can't wait to be summoned by you, Angie. Uryu. Looking happy, Sakutaro pressed his head against me like a cat. He is a cat. Suddenly getting a cute younger brother felt a bit confusing, a bit embarrassing, and a bit nice. Unable to understand why I couldn't honestly accept this feeling, I felt tears well up in my eyes. Oh. Right. I'll give it all I've got, One-chan.
Then let's practice.
同じ同盟の魔女ベアトリーチェの家具を呼び出してみよう。
Let's try summoning the furniture of Beatrice, a witch from the same alliance.
ベアトリーチェの家具。
Beatrice's furniture. Hearing Beatrice's name gives me a slightly strange feeling. When it came to the crime on Rokunjima, the public kept going on in a frenzy about how it was a sacrifice ceremony performed by a witch. And that witch was Beatrice. So, if the witch did commit that crime, that would make her the culprit who stole my family from me. However, Maria One-chan said that Beatrice was a good witch. If I held negative emotions toward Beatrice, she'd get mad, leading to a nasty fight and refuse to talk for a while. At this moment, One-chan was my only close friend. So, to avoid worsening her mood, I decided to think of Beatrice as nothing more than One-chan's magic teacher. And I believe that the crime was a conspiracy cooked up by Aunt Eva. I would definitely expose the truth about that someday.
Ange,
Angie!
また体内に妨げが混じってるよ。
Obstructions are entering your body again.
ごめんなさい。集中を書いたわ。
Sorry. I lost my concentration.
もう一度。
One more time. I'd expect no less from you, One-chan. You instantly noticed that I was being overcome with idle thoughts. After shaking my head once, I reimagined the wind blowing through a vast space.
煉獄の七姉妹。
The Seven Sisters of Purgatory?
なんだか物騒な名前ね。
That's a pretty creepy name.
でも、とっても賑やかで楽しい子たちだよ。
I bet they're very energetic and fun kids.
エンジェの新しいお友達になってくれるかもしれない。
They might become your new friends, Angie.
まずは私が呼び出してみせるね。
First, I'll show you how to summon them.
見てて。
Watch!
Maria One-chan lifted both hands up to the level of her head and quietly unified her mind. The state I wasn't able to reach except by meditating for a long period of time, she reached in the span of a few quick breaths. Then a pale light began to gather in her palms, and one by one the girls began to show themselves. One, two, three people. 4, 5, 6, 7 people. The way they were summoned one after another in a line was a masterpiece. Incredible. Just like the illustrations in One-chan's grimoire, The Seven Sisters of Purgatory. The younger sisters were behind the eldest, Lucifer, who saluted One-chan.
煉獄の七姉妹、ここに。
There are elements similar to Phoenix Wright in it, Nextler. If we get to one of those parts in this stream, you'll see. The main character, who is not in this scene, does a lot of poses and stuff very similar to Phoenix Wright. There is stuff similar to Phoenix Wright if you're looking for that in this. Absolutely, there is, even though there's no choices involved. The Seven Sisters of Purgatory, right here! Lady Maria, it has been quite some time.
Yes!
久しぶりだね。
Long time no see.
みんなも元気？
Is everyone well?
我ら家具は刺激されてこそ家具。
We furniture are what we are because we are used.
久しぶりのお呼び出しを心より光栄に思います。
To us, being summoned after so long is truly an honor. Uh-oh. My mouse has died. Oh no, sorry.
It's been so long.
Oh my god!
Ooh, you look as delicious and cute as ever. Me first. Yeah, today is fluffy, squishy, and cute.
Let me hug him too! Let me hug him too! Audio. Can't breathe. I won't run away, so let go of me, everyone! Hey, you all! Are you trying to break Lady Maria's furniture? Anyway, get away from him. Hugging is prohibited.
そう言ってるサタン姉が一番抱きしめたがってるよ。
Even though you're saying that, it looks like you want to hug him the most, Satan, eh?
私は別にあんなふかふかのプニプニのワフワフなんて興味ないんだから。
It's not like I have any interest in something so fluffy, squishy, and cuddly.
こら
Hey!
マリア教とエンジェ様の御前よ。静かになさいこのグマイども。
They're all named after demons, Nextler. Be silent into the presence of Lady Maria and Anju-sama, you foolish sisters! They were so energetic. I was shocked by their sudden burst of activity right after they appeared. And on top of that, I was surprised that the innocent Sakutaro was on such good terms with the seven sisters.
意外。
That's unexpected.
サク太郎があんな物騒な連中にこんなに可愛がられてるなんて。
To think that Sakutaro would be loved by such shady people.
同じ同盟の仲間たちだもん。
They're fellow members of the same alliance.
怖くなんかないよ。
There's nothing to be scared of, right?
でも万が一彼女らの機嫌を損ねちゃったらサク太郎あっという間にやられちゃいそう。
But on the off chance that their mood worsens, it looks like they could finish off Sakutaro in an instant.
大丈夫。
It's alright.
同盟の魔女とその家具はみんな仲良しなの。
The witches of the alliance and their furniture are all friends.
だからサク太郎も安心して遊べるの。
So Sakutaro can play without worrying.
それはもちろん私やエンジェも同じだよ。
Of course, that goes for you and me too, Angie.
It was one of the pacts of Mariage Saucière. Mutual non-aggression and non-interference. Member witches must respect each other's magic and creations. Even the sisters, who were normally shady and belligerent, treated fellow alliance members as friends. So, to the seven sisters, Sakutaro was a mutual friend. He was loved by all of them, and they were even trying to steal him away from each other. This scene, as they squeezed him and loved him, was a bit charming.
なるほど。
I see.
マリアージュ・ソルシエールの仲間同士なのね。
They're fellow members of Mariage Saucière, after all. At a glance, you'd think that Sakutaro's casual atmosphere and the Seven Sisters' shady one would be like water and oil. It looked like they definitely wouldn't be compatible. And yet, they were interacting in a friendly way like it was completely natural. If this wonderful alliance could join all the peoples of the world together, I wonder if everyone in the world would be able to become friends right away.
七姉妹のみんな聞いて。
All of you seven sisters, listen up.
今エンジェは魔法の修行中なの。
Right now, Angie is in the middle of magic training.
だからみんなの力を貸してほしいの。
So I want everyone to lend their power.
かしこまりました、マリア教。
Certainly, Lady Maria!
しかし具体的には何を？
But what specifically?
君たちを権限させる魔力を私からエンジェに移す。
The magic power materializing you will move from me to Angie.
その状態でいつも彼女の身近にいてあげてほしいの。
In that state, I want you to be by her side all the time.
彼女の話し相手になったりしてあげるだけでいい。
You just have to talk with her.
恐れながら
My apologies!
エンジェ様の魔力では私たち七姉妹すべてを四六時中呼び出し続けるのは容易なことではないかと。
But I wonder if Anju-sama's magical power will be able to easily summon all seven of us around the clock. The oldest sister, Lucifer, gazed at my complexion as she advised this, speaking reservedly. In other words, She was saying that the burden might be heavy for me at this point in time.
そういう修行なの。
That's the kind of training it is. This is endurance training. Did you ever watch Dragon Ball? Come on.
エンジェはみんなが想像しているより才能と魔力があるよ。
Angie has more talent and magic than everyone imagines.
ちょっぴり辛いかなとは思うけど、今のエンジェなら挑戦する価値はあると思う。
It'll be pretty tough, but I think it's worth it for Angie to take this challenge.
I just realized this. Maria is the Gohan to Angie's future Trunks. I just fucking realized that. I am such a fucking moron. Oh my god. This is exactly the same fucking thing. It really is. Wow. She is the Gohan to Angie's future Trunks. Because she died and this is her in her mind. Oh my god.
エンジェ、
Angie,
今から彼女たちを権限させる魔力を君に切り替える。
starting now, I'll move the magic power, materializing them over to you.
つまり、エンジェが呼び出したのと同じ状態になるの。
In other words, it will become as though you had summoned them.
So, what Maria One-chan was trying to say was something like this. Hello, Jamshad. Welcome to the stream. To keep the Seven Sisters materialized, you're continuously burdened with a significant amount of magical power. Maybe you could say it was like training while wearing a weighted wristband. Again, exactly as I just fucking said.
What do you?
7姉妹全員はかなり大変。
Phrasing, Sakutaro, phrasing.
Doing all of the Seven Sisters would be pretty tough.
エンジェ、いきなりは厳しくない？
Isn't that asking a lot of Angie all of a sudden?
ありがとう、サクタロ。
Thank you, Sakutaro.
でも魔女になるための修行だしね。
But this is training to become a witch.
やれるところまでやってみるわ。
I want to see how far I can go. The 7 of them certainly do seem boisterous. But even if this is for training, having them with me will surely distract me from my loneliness, at least a little. I understood it would be an ordeal, but wanted to give it a shot.
もしも辛かったら無理をしないでね。
Don't overdo it if it gets tough, okay?
みんなもエンジェが辛そうだったら加減してあげて。
And everyone, if it looks tough for Angie, take it easy.
かしこまりました。
Certainly.
わかったね、あんたたち。
Get it, everyone?
Yes, Oni-sama.
Yes, One-sama.
Yes, Oni-sama. Yes, Oni-sama.
Yes, One-sama.
それではエンジェ様、
Well then, Angie-sama.
これより我ら煉獄の7姉妹はエンジェ様の家具となります。
For now, we, the 7 Sisters of Purgatory, will become your furniture.
マリア卿、お願いいたします。
Lady Maria, if you would.
Yeah?
じゃあエンジェ、
So, Angie,
始めてもいい？
can we start?
いいわ、
Sure.
ちょっと緊張する。
I'm a little nervous.
ウリュウ、
What do you?
いきなりは辛いかも。
This might be tough all of a sudden.
頭痛になりそうだったらすぐに魔力を減らしてね。
If you feel like you're getting a headache, lower your magic power immediately.
じゃあ魔力ソースをエンジェに移すよ。
Okay, I'll move the source of magic power over to Angie.
In an instant, the inside of my head felt very heavy. This is... yeah, it's tough. Until then, the inside of my head had only been used for myself. It was almost like it was now being used for 7 other people. If they just stood there and blinked once or let out a single sigh, that would be a strong pressure on my head.
マリア卿、
Lady Maria,
恐れながらやはり一度に7姉妹全員の負荷は重すぎるかと。
my apologies, but perhaps the burden from all 7 sisters at once might be too great after all.
大丈夫。
I'm okay.
No,
やっぱりダメかな。
it won't work after all.
権限に全勢力を使っちゃってる。
You're using all of your energy to materialize them.
日常生活と両立できないほどの負荷じゃ意味がない。
There's no point if the burden is such that you can't balance it with your everyday life.
何しろ魔女としてこれじゃちょっと優雅じゃないね。
And anyway, this is a bit unrefined for a witch.
ウリュウ
Uryu.
だからいきなりこんなに大勢は無理だって言った。
That's why I said doing so many suddenly was impossible.
みんな少し姿を消してあげて。
Everyone, erase yourselves for a bit.
そうね。
Right.
人数を減らした方が良さそう。
It seems it'd be better to lower the number of people.
アスモ、姿を消しなさい。
Osmo, erase yourself.
また私
Me again?
末っ子いじめ反対。
I'm opposed to youngest sister bullying.
たまには上から消えてよ。
Disappear starting from the top every once in a while.
それじゃあ私が2番目に消えなきゃならないじゃない。
And that would mean I'd have to disappear second, right?
やだやだやだ。
No, no, no.
アスモもレビアネーも騒がないの。
Don't make a ruckus, Osmo and Leviane!
そういう騒ぎが余計エンジェ様の負担になるだよ。
That kind of disturbance will become a burden to Angie-sama.
あんたが騒ぐのも負担になるのよ、バカサタン。
Oh my god, okay, oh god, and I can't even scroll because my mouse died and I've had to use the trackpad. Oh god, jeez. God damn, I wish my mouse didn't die. Jeez. You know what? I have to get the other mouse from upstairs. Let me just swap it out. This is... It's okay. It's okay, apparition. It's fine. The 7 sisters started arguing over who should erase themselves first. The energy from that fight all became a burden, forcing Angie to bear an even greater headache. In the end, they decided the order with rock, paper, scissors, and 1, 2, 3 of them disappeared. But even at that level, Angie was still far from comfortable. In the end, once 6 of them had erased themselves, I was finally able to calm my breathing. With my magical power, forget the 7 sisters, just 1 person is my limit.
これじゃあ7姉妹じゃなくて私一人じゃないですか。
Sheesh. This way it's not the 7 sisters, but just me, right?
エンジェ様、ちょっと頼りないです。
Like, you're a bit unreliable, Angie-sama.
Mammon, who had won all of the rock, paper, scissors matches and was permitted to remain until the end, grumbled.
ウリュウ、
Uryu.
マモン、そんなこと言っちゃダメ。
Mama, you shouldn't say things like that.
エンジェはまだまだ修行中。
Angie is just still starting her training.
大丈夫、エンジェ。
Are you alright, Angie?
頭痛、大丈夫？
Is your headache okay?
Sakutaro stretched up on his tiptoes, trying to pat Angie's head. Watching this, Maria scratched her head, acknowledging that this sudden training had been too difficult.
おー
Oh,
ちょっと荒行すぎたかな。
maybe that was a little too much.
マリア、これくらいなら全然平気だけど。
I'd be perfectly fine with this much, though.
I really like My Hero Academia, Nexler. I've seen a lot of it, and I've read ahead in the manga. I haven't been able to catch up much lately, but I'm currently in the middle of the villain arc, where all the villains are getting their upgrades. It's been pretty cool so far.
I'd be perfectly fine with this much, though.
友達いっぱいいればいるほど楽しいし。
The more friends you have, the more fun it is.
お姉ちゃんの凄さを改めて思い知るわ。
Now I'm even more aware of how incredible you are, One-chan. Apparently, when one meets Maria One-chan's class, one can summon enough people to perform in an orchestra. For a witch apprentice, that's awe-inspiring.
大丈夫ですか？
Are you okay?
エンジ様。
Angie-sama?
ごめんなさいね。
I'm sorry.
私にはあなた一人を呼び出すのがやっとみたい。
It looks like summoning you is the most I can do. I've seen the Hunter x Hunter anime. The anime stops at a very good point in the story, Matt. If you want to read Hunter x Hunter, I recommend watching the anime. It stops at a very natural stopping point in the story. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nexler. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't spoil too much for you. But, okay, so yeah, don't worry. I didn't spoil either of the 2 arcs that are going to be in Season 4. So yeah, don't worry about that. You'll probably forget what I said by the time you would reach there in the anime. I'm so sorry. It looks like summoning you is the most I can do.
まあ、私はこれでもいいかな。
Well, I guess I'm okay with that.
だって7姉妹で私だけがエンジ様の家具を独り占めだし。
After all, of all the 7 sisters, I get Angie-sama them all to myself.
いかがですか、エンジ様。
What do you think, Angie-sama?
私一人なら負荷にはなりませんか？
If it's just me, will it be a burden for you?
ええ、あなた一人ならなんとかね。
No, I think I'll be able to manage you alone somehow.
よかった。
Great!
ならいっぱい修行していっぱい魔力を養ってください。
Then please train a lot and cultivate your magic power a bunch.
そしていつかきっと7姉妹で揃ってお仕えさせてください。
Then, someday, for sure, please bring the 7 sisters together and let us serve you.
Oh wow, I chose the right voice for her, huh? Jeez.
約束
For
ですか？
sure. For sure. Promise?
After confirming that, for the time being, her own materialization wasn't causing any issues. Mammon immediately became cheery again and tried to make me promise to work harder. I see that definitely fits with her being greed. But maybe you could also call it having a positive attitude. Yes,
約束するわ。
I promise.
そのくらいはいつかできなくちゃね。
I have to be able to at least do that much someday.
ありがとう、エンジ様。
Thank you, Angie-sama.
この強欲のマモン、その日まで必ずエンジ様にお仕えします。
I, Mammon of Greed, will surely serve you until that day.
My headache finally abated, and I relaxed both hands, which had been clutching at my head. Then, Mammon stuck out her hand, helping me stand back up.
おりょう、
Uryu.
マリア、エンジ、もうこんな時間だよ。
Maria, Angie, it's about that time.
もう部屋に戻らないと 叱られる。
If we don't return to the room, you'll be scolded.
Back to reality, I see. Oops, there goes gravity. Huh? Oh. I hadn't expected Sakutaro to talk about the time. I was brought back into reality. As though the light had disappeared, the vast world sunk into the darkness, and I was in a tiny, tiny bathroom stall, sitting on a toilet. One-chan's grimoire was open on my lap. I looked at the clock. It was almost 20 o'clock, time for lights out. Oh, Ji-chan, you're way too nice to me. Jeez. Okay, you know what? This is, I just want to get to a nice background so you're not stuck with a black screen here. If I show up late for the roll call before lights out, not only will things get pretty annoying, but it'll cause trouble for my roommates and floor mates. I couldn't care less about causing them trouble, but I don't want them messing with me later. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna quickly run upstairs and get the other mouse. I'll be right back. Ah! Make sure not to run off with the headphones still attached, because that would be pretty bad. Okay. Okay, see you, OA. I'm back. Have a good day. My free time by myself is over for today already. I'll sleep, wake up tomorrow will begin, and another long, long gray-colored day will repeat again. I closed the grimoire and rose from the toilet seat. At that time, One-chan appeared again and spoke.
ほら、エンジェ。
Hey, Angie,
修行を忘れてるよ。
you're forgetting your training.
マモンを連れて行って。
Take Mammon with you.
I'd forgotten. The moment I'd returned to reality, Mammon's materialization had stopped. One more time, I created a strong image of the existence of Mammon in my mind.
もう、エンジ様ったらひどいです。
Sheesh, you're so mean, Angie-sama.
いきなり私を消すなんて。
Why'd you erase me so suddenly?
そんなんじゃ、7姉妹を全員呼ぶなんて、なかなかできませんよ。
Like, at this rate, you wouldn't be able to call all 7 sisters easily.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
うっかりしてたわ。
I got careless.
人間界に権限するのはすごい久しぶりなので、何から何まで興味深いです。
It's been incredibly long since I've materialized in the human world, so I'm interested in absolutely everything.
ちょっぴりワクワクしてます。
I'm getting a bit excited.
ここはどこですか？
Where is this?
聖ルチア学園の寮。
The St. Lucia Academy
こ
dormitory.
こはその共用トイレの個室。
This is a stall in the shared bathroom.
各部屋にトイレはあるから、ここには誰も来ない。
Each room has its own bathroom, so nobody comes here.
静かで本を読むにはちょうどいいの。
It's quiet and perfect for reading books.
ここの寮は本を読むにもトイレの個室に隠れなきゃならないの？
Jeez, so in this dorm you have to find a toilet seat to even read a book?
文書でもやってるんですか？
Like, did they burn books or something?
I have a 2-person room, so my roommate is always there. Our relationship is gloomy and it feels like I'm always getting ignored. The atmosphere is bad, so I really can't relax there. And as long as I'm not there, she can do whatever she likes, call her friends over and chat away. It's more convenient for them too if I don't return until just before lights out. There's also a library, but there's a group that uses it as a meeting place, and they're always talking behind my back. So I don't like to go there. During lunch, it's the bushes behind the school building. During the night, it's the stall and the shared bathroom in the dorms. Those are the only hideaways where I can find peace. I opened the door to the stall and went out. I turned around, signaling with my eyes for Mammon to come with me.
よくわからないけれど、エンジ様にとってとても快適とは言い難い場所だってことが分かったわ。
I didn't really get it, but I've realized it'd be hard to call this place pleasant for you, Angie-sama.
早く表に出ましょう。
Let's go out quickly.
ここの空気、嫌い。
I hate the air here.
そう、
Really?
ここの空気が一番まともなんだけどね。
I think the air here is the most decent. When I left the bathroom and entered the corridor, because it was near lights out time, several kids who had gone to play in other rooms were dashing back to their own. When it came time for lights out, we had to change into uniform pajamas that we hated and called prison clothes, line up in the hallway, and go through the dorm leader's roll call. On the off chance that someone was late, we would take collective responsibility, and all of the floor mates would have to undergo punishment in the form of volunteer work. As long as I avoided this, the girls would look at me coldly, but they wouldn't get in my way. That alone was enough for me. I've wanted to play Astral Chain Nextler. I really want to. I haven't had the time, but it's definitely something I'd like to play eventually. Mammon looked at the passing kids and the furnishings of the dorm with interest. Without paying her any particular attention, I hurried back to my room. In front of my room was my roommate, who had already changed into her prison clothes, chatting with some kids from the room next door. When they noticed me hurrying back, the topic of their conversation noticeably changed. They lowered their voices, stealing glances at me. I acted like I didn't notice, went into my room, and changed. Then I hastily went out into the corridor. Everyone was already lined up.
何これ、おかしい。
Hey, this is weird.
ここってお嬢様学校じゃないの？
I thought this was a school for rich girls.
刑務所みたい。
That's like a prison.
バカみたい。
It's stupid.
やっぱりそうよね。
You think so too?
私もそう思ってるわ。
That's what I think.
刑務所よりさらに厳しい点は、素行が良くても刑期が短くならない点かしら。
And unlike prison, you don't get out early for good behavior. After bad-mouthing the place, I noticed something. Having someone listen to your complaints feels surprisingly good. Fortunately, Mammon's form can only be seen by her summoner, me. And of course, there was no need to speak out loud for this conversation. All I had to do was speak inside my mind, so no one could listen in. Magic, and the friends it creates, might actually not be so bad.
こいつら、揃いも揃ってもやしみたい。
All of these people are sheltered brats.
生きてないって感じ。
Feels like they aren't even alive.
やめなさいよ。
Stop it.
毎日姿を見られたら大変よ。
If you're seen by some chance, it'll be pretty bad, right?
夢も希望もかけらほどもない人間なんて、半魔法の塊だもの。
Humans without a fragment of hopes or dreams are like a lump of anti-magic.
私の姿なんて絶対に見えるわけがない。
There's no way they'll be able to see me.
見ることもできない下等生物どもが
You lower life forms can't even see.
あなたはその半魔法の毒素を持つ人間たちがこれほどいる中でも平気なの？
Are you okay being around so many humans with that magic resisting toxin?
エンジ様が私を権限させてくださる限りは平気です。
I'm fine as long as you continue to make me materialize, Angie-sama.
ただ私を権限するために常に集中しなければならないでしょうから、日常生活がおろそかになる可能性がありますよ。
Although, since you'll probably have to keep concentrating to materialize me, there's a chance you'll neglect your daily life.
ほら、同室の子に呼ばれてません？
Look, that girl you're sharing a room with is calling you, right? Huh?
Oh,
後ろ宮さん聞こえてる？
Ushiramiya-san, are you listening?
来週からの終盤なんだけどさ、ちょっと相談があって。
About our weekly duties starting next week? She's probably trying to push a few more chores on me. My roommate, who never even looked me in the eye normally, was smiling at me unpleasantly. But it'll be easier to have the weekly duty pushed onto me alone, rather than doing it together with her. That's a small price to pay to have her continue to ignore me nonstop. Even so, with a completely shameless excuse, she sidestepped the issue for some reason and insisted on flipping the situation around, as though I should have come forward and done it of my own initiative. One of the special traits of this academy is that it's full of girls who don't know how to ask a favor.
何この子、
That kid!
ムカつく。
She pisses me off!
眉間に思いっきり私の杭をねじ込んでやりたい。
I'd love to just gouge her right in the forehead!
そうね。
Yeah,
ぜひ今度お願いするわ。
I hope you do one of these days. Oh, Angie! Jeez. Oh my god! Yeah, having a friend nearby all the time to complain to makes me happier than I thought it would. It really was lively with all the 7 sisters gathered together. I'm sure just watching them messing around will be a lot of fun. I want to gain enough magical power to summon all the 7 sisters at once, and soon. So I'll train much, much more, and finally summon the thing I really want to find.
Huh?
エンジ様が本当に召喚したいものって何ですか？
What is it you really want to summon, Angie-sama?
Mammon noticed my conversation with myself inside my head and asked about it blankly. I hesitated to talk about it, but then figured that there was no reason to hide it and told her.
家族よ。
My family,
お父さん、
Dad,
お母さん、
Mom,
お兄ちゃん。
Oni-chan.
それってつまり死者の魂？
So, you mean the souls of the dead?
異界の住人を呼び出すのは召喚だけど、死者の魂を呼び戻すのは反言で、それは全くの別物。
Calling a resident of another world is summoning, but calling back the souls of the dead is called resurrection, and they're completely different.
反言はかなりの大魔法のはずですよ。
Resurrection is supposed to be very high-level magic.
I know. So much so that even Maria One-chan can't do it at all. But Beatrice can! Oh, God. Oh. But that's the thing I want to find with magic the most. I've been warned that it's a very difficult, high-level magic. So great that in the worst case, I might not necessarily reach that point even after training for my whole life. Furthermore, I have no vessel. A vessel is vital for making magic succeed, whether it's summoning or resurrection. Because I don't have that, a magic that would already have been difficult is now hopeless. That's right. I have nothing to remember Dad or Mom by. Oh no. However, by an extraordinary coincidence, I do have something to remember just Oni-chan by. And that's this.
その ンクの玉の頭飾り？
That hair accessory with the pink jewel?
何それ。言っちゃ悪いけど、エンジェ様にはちょっと安物っぽい。
What the hell? I hate to say it, but it looks like a little too cheap for you, Angie-sama.
昔お父さんに内緒で
Long ago, without telling Dad,
お母さんと一緒にお兄ちゃんに会って遊園地に遊びに行ったことがあるの。
I went with Mom to meet Oni-chan, and we went to play at an amusement park.
そこのクレーンゲームの景品
This is a prize from the crane game there. I know it's cheap. I realize it doesn't match my style, and I get that it's too childish. But this hair accessory is the only thing that makes me feel as though Battler Oni-chan is by my side. He probably gave it to her. I love the Switch too, Nextler. I love my Switch. Seriously. The glass case had been filled with plastic capsules packed with fun-looking things. It seemed that each capsule had some cute accessory in it. The game was to grab those with the crane, but I was young and it was too hard for me. I tried it several times, but I didn't even get close. Mom said that whatever was inside was probably cheap anyway, and we didn't even know what we'd get. So there was no point in getting all upset over it. But whether it was something cheap or not wasn't the problem. The process of grabbing happiness with my own hands felt really important and scared me. So I wanted the cheap thing inside more than anything. Oh, there he is! Oh my god. Then, Battler Oni-chan came over after finishing a game of shooting soldiers with a gun and tried to do it for me. With his arms that were longer than mine, Oni-chan grasped the happiness that I couldn't reach. Oni-chan really was coordinated. It seems he often played with his friends at the arcades. After only 1 or 2 attempts, he grasped that thing on the other side of the glass with the crane that I haven't even been able to touch, and threw it into the exit chute. Battler's too badass. He is such a sweetie. He is such a sweet guy, seriously. Oh my god. When Oni-chan tossed me that capsule, I remember that he looked very, very reliable. For several days, I felt like opening the capsule would be a waste. Then one day I finally opened it up, and what revealed itself inside was this pink jeweled hair accessory. Since that day, I love Kingdom Hearts 2 so fucking much, G-chan. As well, I totally love that game. It's been a symbol for Oni-chan. Since I was young, I felt that having all 4 of us gathered, including Battler Oni-chan, was a precondition for a happy family. So I wanted Oni-chan and Dad to make up quickly. In my own way, I treated this hair accessory as a charm for bringing my whole family together. So I always used to wear it. I wanted to feel my reliable, fun, and wonderful Oni-chan by my side all the time. Oh god. And let him live in our house. Oh my god.
お兄ちゃんの記憶はあまりに
Oh god. Angie. Oh god. But my memories of Oni-chan are very distant.
マリアお姉ちゃんがライオンのぬいぐるみからサクタラを生み出したようには簡単にできない。
I can't do it as easily as Maria One-chan created Sakutaro from a lion stuffed animal.
私は死者の魂を蘇らせる大魔法をいつか必ず身につける。
One day, I'll surely possess the high-level magic to revive the souls of the dead. Or you could just ask Beatrice to do it once she's free from her freaking contract.
そしてそれを成功させられる唯一の鍵がよりしろがこれなの。
And the only key The only vessel that can make that successful is this.
なるほど。
I see.
その頭飾りにものすごい魔力を感じてたけど、そういうわけなのね。
I did feel an incredible magical power from that hair accessory. So that's what it was.
魔力？
Magical power?
お兄ちゃんのこれに魔力が宿ってるの？
There's magical power in this thing Oni-chan gave me?
エンジ様が宿らせていると言うべきかもね。
Maybe I should say that it resides in you, Angie-sama.
エンジ様の兄を呼び出したいという強い思いが魔力を与えている。
Your strong desire to call your brother gives you magical power.
確かに反言は大魔法だけど、
Resurrection certainly is a high-level magic.
エンジ様はその魔法のために無意識のうちに着実に階段を上っているのは間違いない。
But there can be no mistake that you're steadily and unconsciously climbing the stairs towards it.
嬉しいわ。
I'm glad.
私以外の人にそれを認めてもらえるのは。
It's nice to hear someone other than myself acknowledge that. Your own effort isn't something that you can observe by yourself. In that sense, even though these words came from a shady demon girl who controls one of the 7 deadly sins, they made me very happy. Oh.
反言の魔法に至るのと寿命を全うするのとどっちが早いかだけは私には保証できないけれども。
Well, I can't guarantee that you'll obtain resurrection magic before your life is over.
でも挑む山の高さが高ければ高いほど魔女としての力も比例していく。
However, your power as a witch is proportional to the height of the mountain you dare to climb.
エンジ様はくじけることがなかったならきっといつか私たちの元の主。
If you don't lose heart, I'm sure you'll rival even our former master, Beatrice.
ベアトリーチェ様に匹敵するほどの大魔女になれると思います。
As a great witch someday.
なれるかしら。
I wonder if I can.
大魔女になってお兄ちゃんを、家族を蘇らせることができるかしら。
I wonder if I can become a great witch and revive an Oni-chan. No, my family.
反言の魔女エンジェ教。
The Witch of Resurrection, Lady Ange.
素敵。
Wonderful!
反言の魔女はかなりレアな魔女です。
A Witch of Resurrection is a very rare kind of witch.
そんな魔女がご主人様なんてちょっと鼻が高いです。
Having a master like that would make me pretty proud.
っていうかむしろそうなってほしいものです。
Huh? Actually, I'd love for that to happen.
Don't listen to Ji-chan, Nextler. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. You don't even know the half of it. Nothing is safe in
家
Umineko.
具の価値も主の格に比例しますので。
Nothing is safe in Umineko, Nextler. There is so much sadness in this series.
Because furniture's worth is also proportional to the class of its master.
もうベアトリーチェ様さえ抜いちゃって天下無双の大魔女になってくださいね。
Please pass Beatrice-sama up and become a peerless great witch.
煉獄の7姉妹を代表して心より応援申し上げます。
As a representative of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory, I'll support you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh. I thought that if a magical friend were to appear for me too, a cute kid like Sakutaro would be best. But even this 5th sister of the shady 7 sisters, who controlled the 7 deadly sins, was enough to calm my heart so much all by herself. Aww. Maria One-chan has probably known that since long ago. That's why she recommended the world of witches to me over and over again. And I kept on stubbornly rejecting her. I should have given in and started my training as a witch sooner. A year for a child is worth 10 years for an old person, right? Now I find my past self, which only ever complained, deplorable for wasting my precious time. long after I turned off the lights and slipped into bed, Mammon continued to talk to me alongside my pillow. I promise, one day for sure, I'll develop a magical power that can summon the 7 sisters, and I'll let them have a lively and fun time. The 7 of them make a single whole. None can be left out. Family must be together. I must bring them together. Oh, God, Angie. And now are we going back now to the present, which is the past? Yep, okay, now we're finally done with that huge flashback here. My awareness began to return slowly. Unable to stand watching Aunt Rosa and Maria One-chan's relationship. Yep, now we're finally back to the past. Which is the present. I ran away from Beato and Oni-chan's game, didn't I? I've got to go back. I've got to go back, support Oni-chan, and quickly bring him back from this strange world of the witch's game. After all, as long as I'm here, I'm not allowed to call myself Angie. At that time, I felt someone's presence. There she is! Oh my God. Wow. When I turned around, I could see Mammon there.
グレーテル様、
Gretel-sama.
そろそろお戻りになられないとゲームの進行に差し支えるとベアトリーチェ様が仰せです。
Beatrice-sama said that if you do not return soon, it will become a hindrance to the Russian of the game.
速やかにお戻りになられますようにお願い申し上げます。
I beg that you return swiftly.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
もう戻るわ。
I'll go back now.
よかったじゃないですか。
Isn't it great?
何が？
What is?
バトラお兄ちゃんに出会えて。
She has memories of the... Oh, wow. So she remembers.
That you were able to meet Butler Oni-chan.
皮肉？
Is that sarcasm?
そう聞こえるならそういうことにしてもらってもいいですけど。
Well, if that's how it sounds, feel free to call it that.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
言葉通りに受け取るべきね。
I should have taken it literally.
ええ、そうよ。
Okay, have a good sleep, Ji-chan. Yeah, you're right.
こんなおかしな世界であっても、お兄ちゃんに出会えて心底に嬉しいわ。
Even in this screwed up world, being able to meet Oni-chan makes me happy from the bottom of my heart.
そしてお兄ちゃんのためにベアトリーチェ様に打ち勝つ？
And you'll win against Beatrice for your Oni-chan's sake.
ええ、
Yep.
いつまでもこんな世界で遊ばれてちゃ困るもの。
Can't have him playing around in a world like this forever.
そろそろお家へ帰る時間なのよ。
It's about time for him to return home.
だから私が呼びに来たわ。
That's why I came to call him.
せいぜい頑張ってください。
Please do the best you can.
私今の主はベアトリーチェ様ですので。
Hello, Armora. Oh, sorry. Hello, Armora. Welcome to the stream.
Although I can't support you, since my current master is Beatrice-sama.
知ってるわ。
I know.
1986年10月5日までは、あなたはベアトリーチェの家具よ。
Until October 5th, 1986, you are Beatrice's furniture.
そしてやがては、私の友人になるわ。
And eventually, you'll become my friend.
そしてやがてはその友人を捨てるわけですが。
But eventually you'll throw that friend away.
何しろ
After all... Uh-oh.
Mammon moaned as if she'd bit her tongue, staggering as she clutched her chest. Apparently, the rules apply to people other than me as well.
大丈夫？
Are you okay?
それ結構辛いわよ。
It's pretty painful.
失礼しました。
Excuse me.
グレーテル様。
Gretel-sama.
Oh, God. Nope.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
嬉しいわ。
I'm glad.
お兄ちゃんに出会えて。
Glad I was able to meet Oni-chan.
あなたの最初の問いへの答えよ。
That's my answer to your first question.
じゃあ戻りましょう。
Well, let's get back.
私があまりぐずるとあなたが今の主人に怒られるわ。
If I grumble too much, you'll get in trouble with your current master.
はい。ご理解いただけて助かります。
Yes, I'm glad you understand.
それではこっち。
Well then,
マモ？
Mammon? Huh? I'm sure Mammon was about to say, well then, this way. But then she stopped, as though the film had been torn off at that point. Oh boy, who froze time? It looked like she's suddenly frozen. Is it Beatrice? Because this is one of her themes. Then I noticed. She wasn't the only thing that had frozen. Even the air and floating bits of dust had frozen in place in empty space. A world where it seemed even time had frozen. Yes, this looks like a portent to that burn castle will appear. Oh, it's Bernie Burns. Here we go. But the atmosphere was different somehow. Or is it Lambda? Then I understood. It wasn't Burn Castle. It was the other witch.
調子はどうかしら、エンジ。
how are you feeling, Angie?
ラムダデル
Lambda Delta.
タ。あなたにはルールの適用はないのね。
The rules don't apply to you, do they?
当たり前でしょ。
Of course not.
ルールは他人を縛るためにあるのよ。
Rules exist to bind others.
自分をそれで縛るバカはいないわ。
What kind of idiot would bind themselves with them?
Burn Castle is a witch who supports me. But this girl is different. This witch supports Beatrice. Yeah, you don't... Angie, you do not know. Supports is not the right word to use. She's freaking blackmailing her. Oh, God. Jeez. In other words, she's a being on the opposite side. But there's some kind of difference between her and Beatrice. Even compared to Burn Castle, there's something strange about Lambda Delta's existence. It's... how should I put it? Maybe she's like a being from a higher dimension. Yes, she is. She is the strongest character in this entire freaking series so far. In any event, I was unsure about how to deal with her. The only thing that was certain was that she was my enemy. No, just knowing that might be enough, but...
それで私に何かご用？
So, do you have some business with me?
まあね、
Not really.
あなたたちの会話に耳を傾けてたら、ちょっと面白い話になったんでね。
When I listened in on your conversation, it started to get a bit interesting.
あなたにちょっといい話を聞かせてあげようと思って。
I thought I'd let you hear something good.
あなたは私の敵のはず。
You're supposed to be my enemy.
そのあなたが私に得する話を聞かせる理由が思いつかないわ。
I can't think of a reason for you to tell me something that'd help me.
つまり耳を傾けた時点で負けということだわ。
So the moment I start listening to you, I lose.
じゃあね、See you next time.
Bye. See you next time.
誤解しないで。
Don't misunderstand.
私の相手はベルンであってあなたじゃないわ。
My opponent is Burn, not you.
つまり私とあなたが共に得をする話はあり得るということよ。
In other words, it's possible for there to be a topic that benefits both you and me.
悪いけど
Sorry,
私には聞く気がないわ。
but I don't feel like listening. Although I said that, I probably won't be released from this frozen time until Lambda Delta is satisfied. Nextler, if you know a Fire Emblem, then to just get you up to speed, Angie is like Lucina from Awakening. That's the position she's in. She's come back from the future to save her brother. She's currently in the past right now, and she was remembering about a time in the future before. She's basically like Lucina or Future Trunks in this series. I probably won't be released from this frozen time until Lambda Delta is satisfied. This itself might be proof that she's in a higher dimension than me. I haven't been given the option of not listening to her. All I can do is try not to be shaken by anything she says and strengthen my mental guard. She'll probably try to make me believe something disadvantageous to me, threatening me.
There's no need to square off like that. I just came to resolve your misunderstanding. No, that's not quite it. I came to let you know about the lie Burncastle told you.
Burncastle lied? Yeah, no shit. I've been suspicious about Bernie Burns from day fucking one.
Didn't Burn make it sound like your big brother would come back if you defeated Beto?
Who knows? I don't feel like talking with you. My brother coming home. I had been promised anything that dreamlike. Getting just one person only if I was lucky had been a promise without very high hopes. But that's enough for me. After being promised an eternity of isolation, having a faint but still non-zero chance was like a shining beacon.
In a way, that promise of Burns wasn't a lie. If Burn promised, then I'm sure that if you defeat Beto, Battler and your parents will be released and come back to you.
Then there's no problem.
Seriously? That kid is surprisingly cruel. To think she'd deceive you, even though she knows.
How are you saying I was deceived? Damn, I'm letting her take the initiative, but I won't be released until I lend an ear to her. So it's something I'll have to hear anyway. Even though I realized I was falling into a trap, I urged her forwards.
What year is it now?
You're talking about the world of the game board. In that case, it's October 4th, 1986.
That's right. So if you win against Beto, then October 6th, when the typhoon is past, the people who were trapped on the island will return. On October 6th, 1986, that is. Right?
So what?
How was your October 6th, 1986? You were at your relative's house, right?
I've been at the house of the only Sumadera my mother trusted, Grandpa. We got a call. When I was playing with building blocks in the tatami room, we got that call. After watching to make sure that I remembered, Lambda Delta laughed unpleasantly and spoke.
Hey! On your October 6th, 1986, did Battler Oni-chan come home?
Even though I didn't understand what she was saying, I noticed an unpleasant sweat sweeping out all over my face. I don't get it. I don't get it! What is this witch saying?
いい
See?
あなたがベアトを倒せばバトラは確かに解放されるわ
If you defeat Beato, Battler will certainly be released.
そしてお家へ帰るでしょうね
And he'll probably return home
1986年のお家に
to his home in 1986.
だってそうでしょ
After all, that's how it is, right?
バトラは1986年の10月4日から5日に閉じ込められてるんだもの
Battler was locked up from the 4th to the 5th of October in 1986.
解放されたらその翌日に帰るのは当然でしょ
It's only natural that he return the next day if he were to be released, right?
そしてあなたは
And you?
1998年の
You're a person from the year 1998.
バトラが帰ってこなかった1998年の後ろ宮エンジ
You're Ushumia Angie of the year 1998, where Battler did not return.
意味わかる
Know what that means?
何言ってるのあんたは
What are you talking about?
10月6日に家族が家に帰ってくるなら素敵じゃない
If my family came back home on October 6th, wouldn't that be wonderful?
私はすぐにおじいちゃんの家から帰るわ
I'd come home from Grandpa's house right away,
そして私たちは出会う
and then we'd meet.
めでたしめでたし
Everyone would be happy.
え
Yes.
え後ろ宮エンジは家族に再会できるでしょうね
Ushumia Angie would probably be reunited with her family.
1986年に6歳の後ろ宮エンジはね
The 6-year-old Ushumia Angie from 1986 would, right?
私って誰
Who am I?
後ろ宮エンジよ
Ushumia Angie?
18歳
An 18-year-old one?
違う
No, that's not it.
後ろ宮エンジじゃない
You aren't Ushumia Angie.
そういう名前の魔女の駒なのよ
You're a witch's piece with that name.
厳密にはエンジェ・ベアトリーチェという名の全くの別人
Strictly speaking, the name Angie Beatrice belongs to a completely different person.
意味わかる
Know what that means?
I don't really get it anymore. Huh? Huh? Who am I? Huh?
だからベルンは残酷だなって思うの
And that's why I think Burn's cruel.
いいえ意地悪だなって思うのよね
No, I think she's a meanie.
そういう経験なくもないくせにね
Exactly. She did go through the same thing herself. She's being a huge hypocrite, Bernie. Oh my god, jeez.
Especially since it's not like she hasn't gone through the same thing herself.
私
Am I
騙されてる
being tricked somehow?
ああでもどうかベルンを責めないでね
Hello, Zakuto.
Yeah, but please don't blame Burn, okay?
だって考えようによってはあの子は嘘をついてない
After all, depending on how you look at it, that kid isn't lying.
ベアトを倒せば家族が帰ってくる
If Bantu is defeated, your family will be returned.
後ろ宮エンジのところへ
Return to Ushiomiya Angie.
でもその後ろ宮エンジがあなたのことだとは言ってないだろうけどね
Yep, you're going by Dragon Ball Z time travel rules here.
But she probably didn't say that Ushiomiya Angie would be you, right?
Was it like that? Was it like that? What did Burncastle say to me again? Your assistance is required. Your family needs it. Burncastle started by saying that. Then I spoke. If I save them, does that mean my family will come home? And how did Burncastle answer that again? I cannot promise that. She did make me a promise. In exchange for accepting this fight. Yes, this is what she said. In exchange, I will search for a fragment with the ideal world that you wish for. A world where your family comes home. Yeah, that's right. She didn't say any more than she'd look for it. She didn't say she'd find it, but I was prepared for that from the beginning. But even so, that child promised that as long as I didn't give up, there was a faint chance of it happening. And in the end, she said this. Have a good day, Nextler. Oh, but she didn't say that, but thank you so much for joining us. I'm giving you a chance for revenge. In exchange, I promise to search for and bring you the happiest resolution among the possibilities you're capable of accepting. Oh, damn, she is, wow, oh my god. Oh my god, Nextler, that is so sweet of you. Oh wow, that is so sweet of you, Nextler. The next Umineko stream will be in 4 days. Thank you so much. Yeah, Burncastle deceived her. Oh my god, she deceived her.
初めから辛い賭けになることを承知よ。
I've known it was a tough bet from the very beginning.
私の1998年には家族はいない。
After all, I have no family in my 1998.
絶対のゼロが揺らぐわずかの可能性と引き換えなら、私にはそれだけで価値がある。
Even just a small chance of shaking that absolute zero would be worth it. See you, Nextler. Have a good Thanksgiving.
仮に復讐を成し遂げても徒労になるかもしれないと事前に脅されてるわ。
I was warned beforehand that even if I succeeded in my revenge, it might be a wasted effort.
だから
So,
その部分に嘘はないわね。
Yeah, there's no lie in that part.
ベアとのゲーム版は完璧よ。
Banjo's game board is perfect!
あんたが立ち回ったところで
Even having you around
ベアとが敗北する可能性なんて生涯に一度のみ夢見ることを許されるかどうかくらいほんのわずか。
makes the chances of Banjo losing so slim that it's doubtful you can even dream of it happening once in your life.
つまり限りなくゼロとみなせるほどに絶対にその勝率はほとんどゼロ。
In other words, your chance of winning is almost zero. So absolutely that it can be regarded as infinitely close to zero!
だからベルンがそういうお茶を濁した言い方になるのは仕方がない。
So, Burn can be forgiven for saying that part in such an evasive way.
でもあなたに夢を持たせた点についてだけは騙してると言い切れるわ。
But I can say for sure that she was tricking you once she let you get your hopes up.
だって天文学的な確率を乗り越えてあんたが勝利できたとしても
After all, even if you could overcome astronomical odds and win,
家族が帰ってくるのはあんたのところじゃない。
the person your family will come back to isn't you!
この1986年に存在する6歳の正しい後宮エンジェのところへよ。
It's the 6-year-old Angie that exists in this 1986. The true Jeremiah Angie!
あんたのところにじゃない。
Not you!
ベルンはそれでも100億のかけらをめぐりあんたに一番マシな世界を探すでしょうね。
Burn will probably still go around the billions of fragments, searching for the best world for you.
そしてその彼女が言ったんじゃないの。
But didn't she tell you
手土産に持参するつもりだが見つけられなかったと。
that she planned on bringing it to you as a present, but wasn't able to find it?
言ったわ。
She did.
そろそろ気づいてきた。
You're finally starting to notice, aren't you?
あんたこの戦いにご褒美が用意されてないのよ。
No reward has been prepared for you in this battle.
ね、それどころかベア トを打ち破ればゲーム版は消え去る。
No, to the contrary, when smashed, Banto's game board will disappear.
そしてその駒であるあんたも消え去る。
Then you, as a piece, will disappear.
あんたに享受できるゴールは完全にいいえ。
The sort of goal that you'd be capable of accepting is completely... no.
私の名において宣言するわ。
I'll proclaim it upon my name.
この絶対の魔女ラムダデルタの名において
Upon the name of the Witch of Certainty, Lambda Delta,
絶対にないと宣言する。
I proclaim that it certainly doesn't exist.
そんな
That can't be.
それがペルンの嘘よ。
That's what Byrne lied about.
煙に巻いたと言うべき。
Or should I call it speaking in riddles?
There's a typo here.
あんたに救いがあるかのように誤解させた。
She made you misunderstand and think you could be saved.
私はそれを解きに来たのよ。
I came to clear that up.
つまり私はどう戦いどう勝利を収めようとも
Exactly, Joy. Just use that. Just use the machine from Zero Time Dilemma. That's the way around it. In other words, no matter how hard I fight, no matter how hard I pursue victory,
私のところに家族は帰ってこないの
my family won't come back to me?
帰ってこない。
Right, they won't come back
絶対に。
with certainty.
絶対の魔女が絶対にって言ってるの。
The Witch of Certainty says it with certainty.
これってすごいことよ。
Isn't this incredible?
私に絶対が与えられたくて歴史的建造物を捧げた古代の王たちが何人もいたのに。
Several ancient kings have dedicated historical buildings to me because they wanted me to give them certainty.
私はそれを気前よくあんたにはプレゼントしちゃうの。
And here I am, graciously giving it to you as a present.
これってばとっても素敵でキュートでマーベラスなことなのよ。
Isn't this really incredible, cute, and marvelous?
でも
But
一つだけいい提案があるの。
I have a single good proposition for you.
Damn. I'm getting completely overwhelmed. I knew I shouldn't have listened, and now I'm starting to be overwhelmed by this witch Lambda Delta. Seriously.
私の相手はベルンであってあんたじゃない。
My opponent is Byrne, not you.
私とあなたが共に得をする話はあり得るとさっき言ったはずよ。
Didn't I just say it's possible for the two of us to talk about something that benefits us both?
最初から私はそういう話をすると言っているわ。
I've said that from the beginning.
だから耳を貸しなさい。
So listen to me.
貸すしかないのよ。あんたには。
You have no choice.
聞くわよ聞いてやるわよ
Okay.
聞けばいいんでしょ
Okay, I'll listen. I've just gotta listen, right? I finally lost control over my emotions and exploded from the inside. I don't have a clue anymore. I believed that I was Angie, but at some point I stopped being Angie. That's right, I'm Angie in capitals. Not Angie. Who am I? I'm not my parents' child nor my brother's little sister. I'm just a piece in a witch's game.
そこまで悲観することはないわ。
There's no need to be so pessimistic.
だってよく考えて。
I mean, think about it, okay?
今あんたはバトラお兄ちゃんに出会えているわ。
Right now you're together with Battler and Ichan.
確かに自らの名を名乗ることはできないけれど。
While it's true you can't tell him your name,
それでも少なくとも魔女と戦うゲームの味方同士という位置にいて いつまでも永遠に一緒にいることができる。
At least you're positioned as his ally in a game where he battles a witch, and you're able to be with him for all eternity.
意味わかる？
Know what it means?
I can't stand it. But I understand. In other words, as long as Oni-chan keeps getting a tie in this game, it will continue forever. Oh, God. Continuing to tie means continuing the game for eternity. And it means that I can remain with Oni-chan as a piece. But if Oni-chan wins or loses, and if the curtain closes on the game,
駒であるあんたは消える。
You, as a piece, will disappear.
oh my God. I don't think so. I think what's going on is that I don't think two Angies can coexist in the same world. Angie can only exist on the game board because of the Schrodinger's cat box that the game board is, in that she's in a state of superposition. But once everything clears up, the one Angie that would surely still exist in the world would be the other Angie, the 6-year-old Angie. Oh my God. So she'd be kind of vaporized. So that means the Angie in the future is just heading towards her doom. Oh my God. Oh boy. Damn. Bernie Burns does not pull punches. She is one cold ass motherfucker.
How do you find happiness for a game piece?
ゲームで遊んでもらうことだけよ。
Getting used by someone playing the game? Nothing more.
押し入れにしまわれて埃をかぶることじゃないわ。そうでしょ？
You won't find her in the game shed in a closet, gathering dust, right?
In the past, the Seven Sisters of Purgatory said it as well. Furniture's happiness comes from being used, not being stored away. That's right. I am now the witch's furniture.
話を少し変えるわね。
Let's change things around a bit.
実は私、このゲーム、永遠に引き分け続けてほしいと思っているの。
To be honest, I want this game to continue in a tie for all eternity.
終わらないゲームは永遠の檻。
An unending game is an eternal cage.
ベルンを今度こそ屈服させる未来永劫に開かれることのない絶対密室よ。
An absolute closed room that never opens for all time, and it'll finally make Burns surrender.
ベアとはね、一応は勝つ気があるの。
You know, Beato does want to win a bit.
バトラを屈服させるという勝利。
Victory by making battlers surrender.
でもね、実はそれも私には困るのよ。
But that's actually a problem for me.
だってゲームが終わっちゃったら密室が崩れてしまうもの。
After all, if the game ends, the closed room will fall apart.
だから私、バトラが屈服することだけはないように、ある程度の手心を加えてるの。
So I'll go easy on Battler a bit, to stop him from surrendering.
安心して。
Don't worry, okay?
バトラが屈服しかけると、私は彼の味方になったりもしてるのよ。
When Battler's about to surrender, I'll become his ally.
ただね、
But you know...
どうもベアとのやつ、それにうすうす気づき出してる気がする。
I get the feeling that Beato is finally starting to realize.
このゲームに自分の勝ちは永遠にないんじゃないかって気づき始めてる気がする。
I think she's starting to realize that a victory won't come for all eternity in this game.
でもそこはさすが無限の魔女。
But she is, of course, the endless witch.
ベアとはバカだから、それでもいつかきっと勝てる。
Beato's stupid, so she optimistically thinks that even so, she'll surely win eventually.
それまで延々と無限にゲームを繰り返せばいいと楽観してるわ。
Like she just has to repeat this game on and on endlessly.
金髪の女は大抵可愛いに決まってるもの。
That's hilarious. Coming from her.
Of course, pretty much all blondes are morons.
この魔女のゲームには勝利も敗北もないってことなの？
In this game of witches, there never will be a victory or a loss.
私が勝たせない。
I won't let her win.
そして負かせない。
And I won't let her lose.
絶対に。
With certainty!
ベルンはそれに気づいてる。
Burn noticed that.
そしてそれを破るために最も強力な駒としてあんたを見つけ送り込んできた。
So she looked for the most powerful piece for breaking that deadlock, found you, and threw you in.
このゲームを終わらせるためにね。
To make this game end. You see?
このゲームを終わらせる？
To make this game end?
終われば駒の役目は
What's a piece's role when the game ends?
はっきり断言する。
All stated clearly.
あんたは存在が矛盾してるのよ。
Your existence is a contradiction.
自らの存在理由が自らを闇に葬り絶望するため。
Your reason for existing is to bury yourself in the darkness and despair.
My goal is to defeat Beato and release my captive family. And yet, even if I succeed, I won't be rewarded.
負けられない。
You cannot
そ
lose.
して勝っても報われない。
And you won't be rewarded if you win.
だから私は第三の選択肢をあなたに持ってきたの。
So, I brought you a third choice.
そしてその選択肢は私とあなたの利害を一致させるわ。
And that choice will make our interests coincide.
Continuing the tie for all eternity.
そう。
Yes.
永遠に引き分け続ける限りこの世界は崩壊しない。
As long as the tie continues forever, this world will not crumble.
この世界は何？
What is this world?
魔女とのゲームの世界。
It's the world of the game with the witch.
ベアトとバトラが永遠に戦い続ける世界。
A world where Beato and Battler fight for all eternity.
そして同時に
And at the same time,
あなたが永遠にバトラと一緒にいられる世界なのよ。
it's a world where you get to be with Battler for all eternity.
My head was spinning. That confusion became a hot liquid, and I felt it pouring from my eyes. It was so hot that it felt like it burned my face. Oh god.
Right?
エンジェ・ベアトリーチェ。
Angie Beatrice.
ゲームを終わらせあなたとバトラの交流できる世界を終わらせようとするのが目的のベルンカステルに
Since
またする理由がどこにあるの？
Since Berncastle's goal is to end the game and end the world where you and Battler can interact, why should you be her ally?
あの子はあんたを騙してたのよ。
That kid tricked you, you see?
自分の駒になればあんたが救われるかのようにごまかしてね。
She made it look like you might be saved if you became her piece.
でも私はそこをごまかさない。
But I won't deceive you there.
だから言うわエンジェ。
So I'll say it, Angie.
私の駒になりなさい。
Become my chess piece.
私はベルンのように絶対にもらえない嘘のご褒美なんてちらつかせないわ。
Unlike Burn, I won't offer you rewards based on lies that will certainly never be granted.
私の駒となりこのゲームが絶対に終わらないように私に協力する限り。
As long as you become my piece and help me so this world certainly never ends.
私はあんたにこの世界が絶対に続くことを我が名において絶対に約束する。
then with certainty, I'll swear upon my name that this world will certainly continue.
それだけじゃないわ。
That's not all.
ボーナスもつけてあげる。
I'll add on a bonus for good little girls.
あなたに課せられているルール。
This rule that binds you.
それを取り払ってあげるわ。
I'll clear it away for you.
まあもちろん。私の駒になると誓ってもらった後にだけどね。
Well, of course. I'll only do it after you've sworn to become my piece. Okay?
In my own throat, there was a thick, loud, gulping sound. I shouldn't have listened. Oh God, if I hadn't listened, I could have remained an innocent little sister, praying for my brother's victory. But I might be different now. I might have been degraded into a witch's furniture, one that cares about nothing but being by Oni-chan's side.
兄を裏切れと言ってるわけじゃないんだからね。
I'm not telling you to betray your brother, okay?
バトラが負けそうになったら全力で助ければいい。
If it looks like Battler's gonna lose, you can save him with all you've got.
逆にバトラがベアと追い詰めすぎたら少し加減を変えてあげてほしいと。
On the other hand, when Battler closes in on Beatrice too much, I want you to hold back a little.
その程度のお願いをしてるのよ。
That's all I'm asking, alright?
大丈夫。バトラを裏切るほどの必要はないわ。
Don't worry. There's no need to actually betray Battler.
バトラ一人じゃベアトには勝てない。
Battler can't win against Beatrice alone.
だからベロはあんたを送り込んだんでしょ。
That's why I burned through you in, you see?
あんたが手を貸さない限りバトラは永遠にベアトには勝てない。
As long as you don't lend a hand, Battler will be unable to win against Beatrice for all eternity. See?
とっても簡単でしょ。
It's really simple, isn't it?
Damn. Oh my God. And here we go. Oh boy. Ange is in a tight spot. Oh my God. Wow. Jeez. Damn, Ange really is the main character of this one. Oh my God. Jeez. Unbelievable. God damn it, Burncastle. Why did she have to just do this? I don't trust anyone. Yeah, this chapter is long. Long. Okay. Yeah, that was... Jeez. What time is it? Oh, we've only gone for 153 and we just now have 33 people? We had 36 at one. Damn, wow. It's a pretty good day. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to find a good place to stop. We're obviously not going to do the entire next chapter. But, I'm going to keep going until we find a good place to stop after the next scene or so. Because the next Umineko is in 4 days, and I want to keep playing Umineko because I love Umineko. But then, as soon as I keep playing Umineko, it's gonna. If I keep playing it too much, it's gonna end earlier. So that's the freaking paradox here. I'm kind of like I'm kind of like Lambda here. I don't want Umineko to end. Hello, Zex. Welcome to the stream. Well, Zex, those two things do not necessarily outdo the other. I think that they both do, actually. I still don't trust Bernkastel. I don't trust Lambda either, but I also don't trust Bernkastel. I definitely I think they both have that going on. Exactly, Jam Chad. Like, are we? For not wanting it to end exactly. Like, I don't want the story to end either. Do I trust Beatrice? Well, let's see. Do I trust Beatrice? I don't know. I really love Beatrice. I don't know. I think Beatrice is really cool. Alright, you know what? So, yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Hey!
それ私の
That's mine!
返して
Give it back!
やだやだ私が食べるの
No, no, I'll eat it.
アスモアスモパース
Asmo, Asmo, pass.
レビアお姉様こっちこっち
Over here, Lavioni-sama.
I wonder where they swiped it from. They were fighting over a donut or something, playing around really loudly.
こら
Hey!
エンジェ様は読書をなさってるのよ。少しは静かにできないの？
Angie-sama is reading, so can't you be a little more quiet?
そう言ってるサタンが一番うるさいのよ。沈黙なさい。
Yelling stuff like that makes you the loudest one, Satan. Be quiet.
この愚昧が。
You foolish little sister.
ルシファーお姉様の方がうるさいです。
You're the loud one, Lucifer One-sama.
文句が終わり？
Is there something you'd like to say to me? I was already used to the oldest and third oldest sister arguing with each other. Even though they're so quick to anger, it's a bit funny how they're both having to hold back a little. They might be surprisingly like each other.
賑やかにしていろとの仰せでしたが、これではさすがに。
You were told to be noisy, but this is a bit too much.
少しボリュームを下げさせますか？
Should I make them lower the volume a little?
気にしないで騒いでてくれていいわ。
They can mess around all they want.
教室の黄色い笑い声より100倍心地よいもの。
It's 100 times more pleasant than that shrill laughter in the classroom.
エンジェ様早く次のページ
Andrew-sama, go to the next page quickly.
エンジ様は読むのが遅い
You read really slow.
マモンは読書が好きなの？
You like to read, Mammon?
地味なことが一番苦手そうに見えるのにね。
You look like you'd be the worst at doing boring things.
マモンが司るのは強欲。
A Mammon controls greed.
知識欲にもそれは通じます。
That also includes a thirst for knowledge.
ただし、独占したがるので、本を与えると人に読ませまいと、読書後に焼いてしまうこともあるのでご注意を。
Still, she wants to keep that knowledge all for herself. So be warned that she refuses to let people read any book you give her, and sometimes burns them after reading them.
私は誰も知らないことを私だけが知っているのが好き
I like knowing things that no one else knows.
誰もできないことを私だけができるのが好き
I like being able to do things that no one else can do.
だから勉強は好き練習は好き
So I like studying and practicing.
私だけが誰も知らない英知を独り占めしたいから
Because I want to keep wisdom that no one else knows all to myself.
As Mammon said that, her eyes sparkling, she peered down at the page that was open and read through it again. You could see the greed that made her covet that page even more thoroughly than I did. As you can see, my magical power has grown much stronger than it was on the first day I summoned them. By now, I've gotten so that I can summon all of the 7 sisters of Purgatory at once and still calmly read a book like this. Wow! Oh wow, she's grown a lot stronger. This place, although I can't recall exactly where it is a quiet and calm street side bench. I'd been young back then, so I don't remember the details of the location. Still, I remember that my days walking here were a lot of fun. Together with Dad, Mom, and even Oni-chan. It was the memory of a very rare and very happy day when everyone had been together. The people who walked by every once in a while didn't notice me. They just pleasantly ignored me and passed by as though everything was normal. Even the 7 sisters' incredible outfits weren't embarrassing or anything, because it wasn't like anyone was actually watching. Come to think of it, I'm getting pretty used to it, as long as they don't make me wear those. I was sitting on a stylish bench, memorizing a timeline for world history. In an academy system where everything is based on collective responsibility, there's no tolerance for dunces. It seems that I was considerably below the average grade for the class. According to those extremely intellectual girls, if I alone improved my grade, the average would rise drastically. They had been kind enough to show me with a graph drawn by colorful pens on a B4 sheet of drawing paper. Just thinking of the effort it had taken to draw that was repulsive. But I've already spat out all those complaints. I've already voiced my constant and furious anger and sadness to these girls here. The sisters were sometimes indignant, sometimes sympathetic, and sometimes mourned along with me. Oh, look at this! She's being so cute. Oh, I was truly happy to be able to share emotions like that with friends. It's said that they were originally furniture that existed to carry out Beatrice's cruel sacrificial ceremony. According to the occult message bottle I hated, it seems that several of them even attacked my family. But I don't believe that, and it's pointless to question them about it. They are furniture, so they only respond to their master's requests. Even if they really did attack my family, I can't hate them. What I really hated was the Golden Witch, Beatrice. Or else that ringleader of the Ushamir suspicion, Aunt Eva.
Ange-sama, 早く次のページ。
Angie-sama, quickly, the next page.
ごめん。
Oh, sorry.
疲れたわ。
I'm tired.
少し休憩させて。
Mind if I take a break?
Ange-sama、休憩だって。
Angie-sama said break.
遊ぼう遊ぼう。
Let's play, let's play.
Ange-sama、遊ぼう。
Angie-sama, let's play.
When they noticed that I had interrupted my studying, the most energetic youngest sisters gathered around me. And that wasn't all. Even Maria One-chan and Sakutaro showed themselves. They had probably been very close by, but they must have hid themselves so that they wouldn't interrupt my studying.
うりゅう。
Uryu.
Ange、
Angie.
お勉強どう？お勉強どう？
How's studying? How's studying? Sakutaro! How are you?
ちょっと
Wait a second.
私にもモフモフさせて
Let me squeeze him too.
早い者勝ちだっていつも言ってるでしょ
Don't we always say that the first one to get there wins?
ああかわいいかわいい
Ah, cute, cute.
うきゅー潰れちゃうよ
Oh, cute. You're crushing me.
うりゅ
Ooh, oh.
七姉妹が揃ってる時に現れたのが運の尽きだ。
Your luck ran out when you showed up while all the seven sisters were gathered.
おとなしくモフモフされてもらおう。
Give up and let us hug you. Come on!
いつもこんなにしてしまって
It always turns out this way.
愚昧な姉と妹どもが申し訳ありません
I apologize for my stupid older and younger sisters.
サクタロもみんなに会えて喜んでるよ
Sakutaro's happy to meet everyone too.
どうエンジェ
How's it going, Angie?
お勉強の調子は
How's the studying going?
ありがとう。
Thanks.
まあそこそこには。
Well, not bad.
ご丁寧にも他のクラスで先にあった小テストのプリントが回してもらえたの。
They were nice enough to pass around printouts from a quiz that another class took earlier.
麗しい連帯感に涙が出るわ。
Their beautiful sense of solidarity is enough to bring tears to my eyes.
とりあえず年表を頭に入れるだけでもまあ多少はマシかしら。
Well, at least it's probably better to put a timeline into my head.
うりゅ
Video.
エンジェお勉強偉
You sure are good at studying, Angie.
いいっぱい点数取れるようり
You'll be able to get lots of points, will you?
ゅお疲れ様
Good work.
マリアお勉強は全然ダメだったからちゃんと勉強すれば点数が取れるエンジェが羨ましいよ
I was terrible at studying, so I'm jealous of you for being able to get a good score when you study hard.
ご冗談を。
You're joking.
英語、ラテン語、オカルトの知識。
When it comes to English, Latin, and the knowledge of the occult,
そんなのを丸暗記できてるお姉ちゃんの方がよっぽどすごいわ。
you're much more amazing for being able to remember so much.
マリアは魔法のお勉強は何でも覚えられるけどつまんないお勉強は何も覚えられない
I can remember anything when studying magic, but I can't remember anything boring.
だからテストでも何も役に立たない
So that didn't help at all for tests.
確かにオカルトの知識はどうかと思うけど英語なんかは成績に結びつくんじゃない？
Well, it's true that occult knowledge would be like that. But your grades must have been pretty good in English, right?
小学校1年生の時国語のテストで
In the first year of elementary school, and a Japanese language test,
鉄砲のイラストの脇に四角が4マスあってそこに名前を書きなさいって問題があった
there was a problem when I was given a picture of a gun. I was told to write his name in first squares.
ライフルって書いたら×だった
It got marked wrong because I wrote the English word rifle in katakana.
Oh, that's bullshit.
どうして？合ってるじゃない。
Why? Doesn't that fit?
鉄砲が正解だってカタカナは小学1年生では習わないからダメだと言われた
Oh, that is the biggest bullshit. That is the biggest bullshit, seriously.
It was supposed to be the Japanese word for gun in hiragana. I was told that that's wrong, because you don't learn katakana in first grade.
マリアはよくわからないから
I didn't really get it.
その日以来テストでは全てひらがなで書くようにしたよ
So from that day on tests, I wrote everything in hiragana.
でもなぜかママには怒られる
But I got in trouble with Mama for some reason.
I couldn't even imagine having more than one system of writing. Like to memorize more than one alphabet? Like I couldn't even imagine that as an adult.
Got in trouble with teachers too.
お姉ちゃんは多分生まれる国を間違えたわ。
You were probably born in the wrong country, One-chan.
ならマリア、魔女の国に生まれて魔法学校に入りたかった。
Then I'd rather have been born in a country of witches, so I get onto your witch school. Ooh.
そうしたらもっともっと素敵な魔法の友達がいっぱいいたかもね。
If that happened, you might have had much, much more wonderful magical friends.
うり
Ooh.
ゅでも別に今は何も気にしてないよ。
But it's not like I mind it now.
だって魔法はいっぱい使えるし、魔法のお友達もたくさんいる。
After all, I can use lots of magic, and I've got a lot of magic friends.
マリアにはサクタロがいれば十分だもの。
Sakutaro is all they need.
Hello, T. Welcome to the stream. And Maria would totally fit in a magic school.
僕だけじゃないよ。
I'm not the only one.
サクスケもサク吉も動物の音楽隊もアザラシの下田くんもウサギのサナエさんも小豚のピゴーくんも他にもいっぱい。
There's also Sakusuke, Sakukichi, the animal band, Samoto-kun the seal, Sanai-san the rabbit, Mr. Pig-kun, and plenty more.
Incredible. The number of One-chan's friends keeps increasing. Every time I ask, the number of names for her friends grows. Oh my god, Doi, that is pathetic. That is so stupid. The teacher who did that is pathetic. Oh my god, Doi and Beatrice? What kind of shitty anal-ass teachers? Teachers who would do that must hate their lives. Seriously. You would just have to hate your life. Like, to do that to a student. To what they're doing to your friends, Doi and Beatrice. I couldn't even imagine. Like, seriously. That's complete. You are failing your job as a teacher if you're doing that. That is complete and utter failure at your job. Your job is not to be an anal bitch as a teacher. Your job is to make students learn. Is to make sure the students know the information. Seriously, they must hate their lives. Or be freaking sadists, I swear. Wow. I really pity those teachers. Doi and Beatrice, seriously. Anyway, back to the story. Every time I ask, the number of names for her friends grows. But there's no doubt Sakutaro was her best friend. I'm a little jealous of all those close friends.
どう？
What do you think?
七姉妹は
How are the seven sisters?
仲良くやれてる？
Do you get along with them?
本当に賑やかな姉妹たちよ。
Those sisters are really
たま
energetic.
に物騒なことを言い出すけど悪くないわ。
They sometimes say shady stuff, but they aren't bad.
本当はサクタロみたいな可愛い子が良かったんだけど、今は彼女たちと一緒でも十分いいかなって思ってる。
I'd wanted to get a cute kid like Sakutaro, but I think being with them now is more than enough.
もっと私の元素の魔法を学んだなら きっとエンジェの好みの友達を生み出せるようにもなるよ。
If you learn more of my magic of origins, I'm sure you'll be able to give birth to friends you'll like, Angie.
今のエンジェに想像はまだちょっと難しいね。
Creation is still a bit too hard for you now.
想像と召喚は違う。
There's a difference between creation and summoning,
そして反言もまた違う。
and resurrection is also different.
やっぱり一番の願いは家族を蘇らせること。
So your greatest wish is really to revive your family?
うん。
Yes,
よりしろは持ってるよ。
I have a vessel for it.
これ
This.
そうだね。
That's right.
その髪飾りならいつかきっとバトラーを呼び出す鍵になるよ。
I'm sure that hair accessory will eventually become the key to summoning Battler.
あとはエンジェの修行次第だね。
The rest is up to your training, Angie.
それがいつまでかかるのかわからないのが泣けるけれども。
Oh my god, JM Trad and Armora. Seriously. You had some horrible teachers. Oh my god. You guys, I feel so sorry for you guys. I'm so sorry. Although not knowing how long it'll take is enough to make me cry.
ウリュウ、
Udium,
辛くてもしっかり。
stay strong even if it's tough.
エンジェが諦めなければ絶対にいつか叶うよ。
If you don't give up, Angie, it definitely come true someday.
絶対に叶うという保証を誰かがくれたならきっと心も休まるでしょうにね。
If someone gave me proof that it'd definitely be granted, at least that would calm my heart.
ウリュ
Udiu,
ウなら僕が保証する。
then I guarantee it.
エンジェはいつかきっと必ず願いを叶えられるよ。
Without a doubt, Angie will surely have her wish granted someday.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
気休めでも嬉しいわ。
I'm glad to hear it, even if you're just saying it to console me.
気休めじゃないよ。ウリュウ。
It's not like that, Udiu.
ダメだよエンジェ。
Stop it, Angie.
そういう感情は反魔法の毒素になるよ。
That kind of emotion will turn into the magic-resisting toxin.
夢は必ず叶うって気持ちが一番よく芽吹く魔力の種なんだよ。
The feeling that your dreams will definitely come true is the best seed that buds into magic power.
そうね。ごめんなさい、お師匠様。
That's right. Sorry, teacher.
エンジ様は少し強欲さが足りないのよ。
You need to be a bit greedier, Angie-sama.
欲しいもののためにはどこまでも
Go however far it takes to get the thing you desire.
手に入れるまで絶対に諦めないという根性が足りない。
You're lacking the willpower to never give up until you get it.
ウリュウ、
Uryu,
そんなことないよ。エンジェは頑張ってるよ。
that isn't true. Angie's doing her best.
ありがとう、作太郎、マモ。
Thanks, Sakutaro, Maman.
泣き言なんて何の足しにもならないもんね。
Crying about it won't help anything.
私にはただ頑張るしか道はないのよ。
I'm so sorry about that, Eternal Magician. A teacher should be thrilled and try to help a student who's really showing interest in the work, especially if it's something like that. Seriously, that's not fair that happened to you. Crying about it won't help anything. There's nothing I can do except hang in there.
努力するわ。
I'll try hard.
歯を食いしばってね。
I'll grit my teeth.
そして必ず夢を叶えるわ。
I'll definitely make my dreams come true.
絶対に。
With certainty.
ウリュウ
What do
エ
you?
ンジ偉いよ頑張ろう
You're awesome, Angie. Do your best.
僕もママも応援する
Naman and I will support you.
ええ応援します
Yes, we'll support you.
主が強欲であればあるほど私たちの価値も上がるというもの
The greedier our master is, the more our worth will increase.
それよりエンジ様
More importantly, Angie-sama,
せっかく10人も集まったんだし
we finally got 10 people gathered here.
みんなでしりとりでもして遊ぼうって提案がありまして
We planned to have everyone play Shitty Tony or something.
負けたら罰ゲーム
If you lose, there's a punishment game.
Oh, as Higurashi feels here. Oh, I'm sorry, Beelzebub was.
If you lose, there's a punishment game.
私に耳をかじらせて
Let me nibble your ears. Oh.
もうあんたの頭には食欲以外ないの？
Come on. Is hunger the only thing inside that head of yours?
グマイどもの愚かな提案をお許しください。
Please forgive my foolish sister's stupid proposals.
そろそろ勉強に戻られなくても大丈夫ですか？
Are you sure it isn't about time we return to your studying?
やだやだやだ
No, no,
ず
no!
っとお勉強終わるの待ってたのに遊んでもらえないなんてやだ
I waited so long for you to finish studying. Now I can't stand if you don't play with us.
悪くない提案と思います。
I don't think it's a bad idea.
たまには遊ぶのも頭の良い柔軟になるかと。
Perhaps playing every once in a while is good for softening the mind.
ベルフェが司るのは怠惰だっけ？
Yuga and Sloth, right, Belfa?
もっともらしいことを言ってるけど、うまいことを言ってるわね。
What you're saying sounds reasonable, but you're actually being sneaky, aren't you? Huh.
失礼しました。
My apologies.
エンジェ様は勤勉でおられる。
You are diligent, Angie-sama.
エンジさえ良ければ私もみんなと遊びたいな
If it's okay with Angie, I'd also like to play with everyone.
みんなでワイワイ
Let's make some noise.
きっと楽しい
It'll definitely be fun.
風
Uryu.
流エンジェエンジェ遊ぼう遊ぼ
Angie, let's play.
うみんなでしりとりをやろう
Let's all do Shitty Tony. Oh.
では、サクタロのウリュウからスタートで。
In that case, let's start from Sakutaro's Uryu.
この場合、何からになるの？
In that case, which sound should we start the next word from?
Ryu?
Ryu?
ゆ？
Or you? Oh my god!
から
From Uryu?
なんだろうね
I
や
wonder.
っぱり言う
Maybe it really should be Ryu.
こんなおかしな語尾の単語が出てくるなんてめったにないし。
It's rare for a word like ends like that to come up.
じゃあ私が一番
Then I'm first.
リュウから行くね
I'll do words starting with Ryu.
時計のネジのリュウズ
Ryuzu.
私が一番に言いたかったのに
I wanted to go first.
リュウトの方が素敵
Ryuto would have been wonderful.
図？
Zoo.
なんだかさっきから難しいのばっかりね。
Feels like we keep getting tough ones.
というか、順番どうなってるの？
Wait a second, what order are we going in?
次は誰？
Who's next?
ウリュウ
Uryu.
誰でもいいと思うよ
I don't think it matters who.
思いついた人順でいいよ
Whoever thinks of a matching word first.
何それ面白い
What's that? Sounds interesting.
いっぱい言えた人が勝ち？
How about the person who can say the most wins?
早口しりとりだね。
It's fast talking shiritori.
じゃあ私行くね。
Then I'll go.
ズッキーニ。
Zucchini. Oh my god.
ニンニク炒め。
Inikutame.
カ
Oh,
ブのパスタ。
a combo with pasta. Oh my
ど
god.
れも美味しそう。
All of them delicious.
3つもいっちゃった。
Yeah, I said 3 of them.
ベルゼ3点獲得っと。
Bells takes 3 points.
接続詞はありなのか？
Can you use conjunctions?
のがありになったら何でもありになっちゃうわ。
If you could use with, anything would then work.
最後のはダメよ。
That last one doesn't count.
1点減点。
Minus 1 point.
目からよ。
Let's start from me.
じゃあマリアね。
Then I'll go.
メレンゲ。
Merengue. Oh my god.
ゲ
Okay.
おー。
Ooh.
うりゅ
Oreo. Oh my god.
下水道埋め立て地地下室
Gasuido, Umetetechi, Chigashitsu.
ざっとこんな感じ？
How do you like them apples?
お姉様、なんだか品のない単語ばっかり。
Oh no, Sama, those are pretty crummy words.
何よ？じゃあ品のいい単語で続けてみなさいよ。
So what? Then why don't you try following up with something more refined?
とにかく私3点ね。
Anyway, that's 3 points for me.
次はつよつ。
The next one's Sue. Okay, Sue.
こんな変なしりとり初めて。
I've never played such a weird shiritori before.
うんうん。
Ooh.
面白い。
It's fun.
うりゅ
Oreo.
全然わかんないけど面白い。
I don't get it at all, but it's fun.
うりゅ
Oreo.
I've played normal shiritori before, but I've never experienced a shiritori this weird. There's only the lively 7 sisters, Maria One-chan, Sakutaro, and me. I'm now surrounded by friends that are so fun to be with. The courage to accept a world of magic, a world of witches. That alone didn't change the fact that I was still locked up in an academy, without a single friend in my class. But despite that, I'm able to have such a fun and lively time. This is just like what happened with Maria. I'll also become a witch, like Maria One-chan. And someday I'll add my family to this fun circle. Dad, Mom, and Oni-chan. And if possible, George Oni-chan, Jessica Oni-chan, and the other relatives. I'll call everyone here without a single person missing. And we'll all gather together. Oh my god.
それが私の夢。
I want you to be with everyone too, Angie. This is my dream.
そうよ。
That's right.
私はそれを叶えるまで絶対にくじけない。
Until I make that come true, I definitely won't lose heart.
エンジ様はきっと大魔女になられます。
I'm sure you'll become a great witch, Angie-sama.
あなたがそうだと信じるだけで、
As long as you believe in that.
我ら煉獄の7姉妹はその日まで常におそばにお仕えするでしょう。
We 7 Sticks of Purgatory will always serve by your side until that day comes.
いてくれる？
You'll be there for me?
いつまでも
No matter how long?
私の力になってくれる？
You'll lend me your strength?
当然。
Of course.
だって私エンジ様の友達じゃないですか。
After all, I'm your friend, right, Angie-sama?
Have a good day, apparition. Thank you so much for staying. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
そうね。
Yes, that's right.
常に全員揃ってみんなで遊びましょう。
Let's all stick together and play together.
もうこれからもずっとずっと
Today and in the future, always, always.
エンジ様が夢を叶えられる日まで。
Until the day comes, your dream comes true, Angie-sama. Oh,
The lively 10-person game of Shiritori, alongside a street cut off from time, under the constantly bright rays of the sun, could have continued forever. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, back to Angie being bullied again. My god, a lot of this is going to take place from her perspective, isn't it? This is really Angie's chapter. Okay, you guys. I think that this should be good for today. Yeah, it's just about 2.5 hours. Anyway. And yeah, we're stopping at a point with no music. Jeez. Wonderful. Alright, so let me just save here. Damn, okay, so yep, here's the good stuff. You think the manga rearranges the order of the scenes? Yeah. I think it probably would, just to make it less confusing. I'd imagine that the manga is going to show, rather than swapping between, is going to show her entire journey to when she goes to the past first. Like, and in the order of her flashbacks. I'd imagine that it would do that first, yeah. Yeah. I'd imagine it would, because the order is kind of, it's sort of confusing. Like, you have to stop and think when a scene is taking place. A lot of it, like, yeah. I'd imagine it puts, I imagine we're going to see Angie's whole flashback more complete rather than switching between in the manga, I would imagine. So, good night, Chi. Good night, everyone. So, I just want to tell you guys, in 2 days will be the final story episode of Syconia. The manga keeps spoiling the scene in the next stream before it happens. Interesting. And it also adds extra scenes. Wow, that's really cool. Well, I can't wait to get that far in the manga. So yeah, anyway, in 2 days will be the final story chapter of Syconia, and the second to last Syconia stream overall. And in 4 days, we'll be back to Umineko. So I hope those of you who are following Syconia with me will join in for the last story stream for Syconia. It's sure to be quite an explosive finale, which how things are being how things are heating up. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I love reading this story. I really, really do. Seriously, thank you so much. So until next time, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.